Hello and welcome to this channel about cryptocurrency education. Today I'd like to talk about a potential Bitcoin ban in the Netherlands. Now I want to talk about this article, and this one came out more than a week ago, but it's still very relevant and it will come up time after time in 4 different countries as well, and perhaps we're not at the end of the discussion in the Netherlands as well. So this is all about a potential Bitcoin ban in the Netherlands, and as I said, other cryptocurrencies are affected as well, and also again, this will come up in other countries as well, so it is relevant, and stick with me. First of all, I'd like to talk about why I think it's totally ridiculous to only think about a Bitcoin ban or cryptocurrency ban in any country, really. So, concerning this article, he actually talks about Gresham's law, which is from the 16th century, guys. And it basically talks about good money will replace bad money. And he basically thinks that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are bad money. He says that Bitcoin is not applicable and to being money, and he doesn't think it's suitable for being real money. Well, my point of view is El Salvador sees this completely different, and now also Paraguay is talking about potentially adopting Bitcoin. So I don't really know why he says that. Now also El Salvador and also not only El Salvador, but also major banks like JP Morgan see this completely different. You know, there are so many major banks now who actually offer Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies that it's totally ridiculous to say that. He also says that the only advantage of cryptos is that criminals use it for illegal purposes. Now, what he doesn't say, of course, is that fiat money is used for illegal activities as well, of course. I mean, I live in the UK, and I don't think that many of the drug dealers in London are using Bitcoin, personally. You know, they will still use their pounds, and that's just what they do. And number one currency for money laundering is still the US dollar. The number one currency, as I said, is still. Now, can you actually ban crypto today? Well, I think a few years ago, this was probably possible. You know, this was at the time where only a few people talked about it, where it was like the computer pros, maybe the geeks, the nerds holding Bitcoin. But today, you know, it's even small countries who hold Bitcoin. So it's completely difficult. And also not only Bitcoin, but the cryptos, they are now in every niche. There are so many applications now. And for example, they are also backed by governments. It's not only El Salvador, but it's also Tanzania and Ecuador with Cardano. You know, VeChain is backing, China is backing VeChain in China. IOTA drives AI and automation, and Ripple could become one key payment system. And also major banks are trading them. So I think it's too far now in every area already. And, you know, could they regulate it? I think that could be in the worst case, that they do some really, really heavy regulation. But you know, good crypto projects are free, neutral, and decentralized. And I think this is purely democratic. There is no central institution, and you can't really censor it. You can't ban it. And I think Peter here, he doesn't make many friends here. So he doesn't really say anything that makes any sense. I know many people are still scared about crypto, and they all want us to be controllable. They, of course, don't want everything that crypto stands for, like decentralization, people being free, and people potentially making transactions anonymously. So the banks are scared, especially here where I live in the UK. The banking system is central to the UK, and they are, of course, scared that Bitcoin could replace them all in the end. Now, there is no button that you could push to stop Bitcoin. It's completely decentralized. And it is the case with some other cryptos as well, or some other cryptos will become completely decentralized, like Cardano. And also, you know, crypto is an asset, it's an investment. And as I said, the extreme thing that could potentially happen is regulation, but then, you know, people could still use a VPN or whatever. And if one country stops Bitcoin, then, you know, in some way they would also have to make sure that Bitcoin are then moved over to fiat currency if their population hold Bitcoin. But generally, I don't think a country would be interested, you know, from a wider point of view, the wider population or the why the government today would be interested in banning crypto. So first of all, do you really want to ban a currency from another country? I'm not aware that this actually has happened before. And also, people in countries, this is the new technology. If a country really bans crypto, they will fall behind on every new development in this area, and they will not be able to keep up with the world economy as soon as this really goes mainstream. It is starting to get mainstream in some areas already, but we're not far away from it. But as soon as a country bans Bitcoin or other cryptos, they will completely fall behind. Countries tried it. I think like Venezuela and Lebanon, and what happened? Record sums of money were actually pumped into crypto, and it hasn't really helped these countries. So a government would not be successful in the long run. That is my conclusion. And because even politicians and governments, they have to look into the future. And some governments also want that these developments continue because it gives them a competitive edge. In some areas, for example, IOTA is based in Germany, and they work together with all these major car companies, but also other supporters. So yeah, I believe they won't be able to stop Bitcoin or crypto. So a bit of peace of mind for all of us, and I hope you liked the video. If you did, then please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to support it. And I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye!